Have you ever started a weekend project of doing a slight reno on a room in your home and then a few months later and way more money than you intended to spend and you redid everything in that room and you realize, what did we just do? Because that's where I'm at right now. But the good news is we're about done with this little reno that was only supposed to take, a weekend, and it's now 3 months later. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, I'm Sue with The Livable Life, and today we are in our powder room on our main level, and it's about done. Yay! I only have a few touches here and there to do, but I'm excited to show you. It's, like I said, it's been a long time coming, and this is the second reno we've done in this bathroom in like 2 years, because apparently I can't make up my mind. So anyway, here we go. So this is what we started with, but it's not actually what we started with, because in January of 2021 it was this. And we decided to reno and demo out that weird corner wall and put in this new vanity. But then we quickly realized that this vanity was too large. It was too hard for the kids to wash their hands because they couldn't reach. And so then in March of 2021, I went and bought a new vanity, and then it proceeded to sit in our porch for a year and a half, because that's how life works sometimes. Upside down. Where's the mirror? Here, there's a mirror in here somewhere. There's supposed to be.
I already took.
Oh, you took the mirror out. Never mind.
Top might sit. It might be too low, so all the stuff might have to get moved down.
Might have to just cut one of the pieces and do it.
Oh, we don't have this, babe.
But it's okay because the faucet covers it.
What was that?
Well, the plate covers it.
I meant, we need.
To remove the faucet from the other sink.
Yeah.
Why did we do this? So after my husband got the vanity installed, we realized that the height of it was weird against the chair rail that was already in there with the beadboard. And we just started ripping off the beadboard and figured we'd do something different. And that seems like it was just a huge mistake, because now, of course, the beadboard was put on with a bunch of glue and silicone and everything, so it just destroyed the walls underneath. So now I get to go through and fix it all. And it was just a learning experience for sure, but not something I want to do again anytime soon, because there were so many spots on the wall I had to patch. Had to go back in with this guard sealer, seal up the bare patches of drywall where the paper ripped. Then, of course, I had to go back through with some mud and get that put on, sand it all down now. It was just a mess. And then I decided to use this sanded primer, so then it would just give an even texture throughout without actually having to go through and spray texture or anything. And it ended up working out fairly well, but it was just another step in this that I didn't initially plan on making. It was supposed to be just replacing the vanity. And then it turned into a complete demo, and it was just such a headache. So now I'm wondering, have you ever done that, where you started a project thinking it was going to be something small, and then suddenly it was no longer small? Because that's exactly what happened here. Even though it's a small bathroom, the project just turned out to be way more than what we anticipated. Now this color blue, well, it's kind of like, I don't even know how, it's a blue, but it's kind of like a slatey blue. It's really pretty actually, but I found it on Facebook Marketplace. A paint store was selling a 5-gallon pail for 20 bucks. And I'm like, you know what? Sold. I like the color. It's a little bit lighter than the green we had in there. I liked the green, but I was kind of sick of the green and the trendy Target feel because I had a bunch of the Target dollar spot things in there and I was just over it. I was trying to follow a trend and I never actually liked it. And then I realized I needed to just do what I wanted to do. Now, this fixture was one that we had in there from the original bathroom and we had it taken out, but now I decided to try and spray paint it copper because I really liked the look of copper with this blue. And as you can see, it took a lot to try and coat this. And it really sucks because I didn't end up actually using this rack, but it was still a learning experience because I'm not that good at spray painting. Don't come looking to me for spray painting advice. But I got it hung back up and I had thought about using it and keeping it, but in the end, it just wasn't my initial vision. My initial vision with buying this vanity was having gold accents. And I thought I would try the copper, but in the end, I ended up going back with the gold. So here's a look at it. But this light fixture, as much as I liked it when I bought it, the bulbs have always bothered me just because it gives off such a glare when you look at it. And then also, it's this weird like wood tone, but it's not actually wood. So then I decided I was going to change out the globes, give it a little bit of a paint, so then it's going to be a silver trim with some gold finish. And it turned out so well. It's so easy to buy some globes at Menards or Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever you have near you, and just swap them out. It was such an easy fix, and now it's not so bright and doesn't hurt your eyes so bad when you're looking in there. But you know, if I've learned anything from doing this bathroom project, it's don't be afraid to work with what you have. Don't be afraid to add a coat of paint to something or change out little pieces to make it something new that you like. Okay, so I found this towel ring at our local resale store for building materials for $2.98. And if you go on Amazon, it's still 20 bucks. But since it's chrome colored, I bought some of this gold spray paint. It's gold leaf. We'll see if it turns out to be the right color to match the mirror. And if it is, then I'll use some of this to go back and paint the light fixture. But first, get this out of here. And I am all about saving a few bucks. And because if I try to find a gold fixture just to match, it's gonna be like 30 bucks. I'd rather spend $3 and then the paint can was like $4 at Michael's. And hopefully this works, or at least gets close. I just don't want the chrome. But I figure I probably need to rough this up a little bit to get paint to stick a little bit better. I actually really like the color of the spray paint. It turned out pretty well, but as we had it hung up for even just like a couple days, it started chipping, and so I ended up going out and just buying some matching fixtures just to save the headache. I was over it at that point, but it was still, like I said, a learning experience. I might try it again in the future if I would happen to need to spray paint a fixture again in the future. And I also want to take this time to pat myself on the back because I did all the plumbing for the vanity, and I didn't mention that earlier, but you gotta pat yourself on the back when you can. So I'm back with this light fixture, trying to give it a coat of paint. I bought some Rust-Oleum gold paint, but I actually ended up returning the paint because it was weird. I don't know if the can was bad. It was a weird consistency, a weird smell. It just did not work well. So I ended up later going back in, spraying some of that gold spray paint into my little bowl and using my brush to dab it on that way. So I also want to point out that I found this gold leaf mirror at Ross, and I'm so in love with it. The mirror that came with this vanity was just too small for the space. And I absolutely love this mirror. It was such a fun find, and I'm so glad I came across it. And I think it works well with the space, especially once I got the correct coat of paint on this light fixture. And here's cat. There's the cat. Yeah. Here's the finished project. Swapped out those globes. See, I gotta touch up some paint. The new mirror, I love that mirror. I ended up just replacing the towel hanger and the toilet paper hanger just because the paint was not working well. Some new shelves I put up there because that other fixture I had just wasn't working. I'm not sure yet on those pictures if I'm gonna like them or not, but for now they'll work. Yeah, this color blue is just a nicer, brighter blue, and overall it just functions so much better. There's more room for my kids to wash their hands here. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me today and checking out my bathroom reno that was supposed to be just a quick fix to install the vanity and turned out to be an overhaul. And anyway, I hope you give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so we can hang out again, and I'll catch you next time.